Hello, welcome to VeldboomStudios. My name is Shaquille Veldboom, and in this video, I just wanted to give you guys like a quick walk around and look through the video game map as where it is right now, and all of the things that I'm kind of thinking about adding still, and just what I have to do for the next couple of days and weeks to get this video game to a level where it is representable. So to start off, I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through the main house and stuff that is gonna be there. So as soon as you kind of enter, like, let's just walk you guys through it. So right here we're gonna have the entrance to the house, and now you're gonna see everything is like concrete. It's a little bit boring, and it's gonna be textured and still also like decorated and all of that. So please don't worry, it's gonna be updated very soon, but for now let's just kind of walk through it. So as soon as you kind of get to the entrance, you will have like a bathroom to your left, and also like a place to store your shoes and a coat, things like that. Just standard things you have in the entrance of a house. And then right here, as soon as you turn the corner, you will be faced by these two beautiful cars that I made. But this will kind of be encased within like a glass box that will be put, to kind of shade these off, because the car to the left will probably be like a hydrogen fueled car. So that won't really make any sound or like pollute the air or whatever, but this thing still has like a V6 in it, so you would still need for certain cars to have a little bit of a barrier between your garage and your living space. So right here in the living space, you would have like the living room, so you could sit here and have like a comfortable couch, put a big ass screen on the this is like a 3 meter centerpiece, or so you can just put a very large projector on there. And then on the top right here, you would have your kitchen, because that would then kind of double as also like a workspace, but also for like the bar, because you could still sit here, watch the television screen, be in your kitchen, but still be very involved with everybody and everything that's going on below you right there in the living room. So if you kind of go through to this point right here, you will have the dining room table, and then this will kind of become like an art wall that you could just put a couple pieces on. But I kind of thought it would be cool because it's kind of more secluded and kind of sheltered from the rest of the home, that is becomes a little bit more intimate if you want to have like a dinner there. So all of that. But here to your right, you can see that there's a little bit of an entrance, but that is going to be closed off because there is like the big ass funnel that is over the entire structure. But I'll show you a little bit more of that when we actually get to the outside, because I think that this is not like the best angle to show that from. But it still looks cool, like from the interior too. Like I still like it a lot. But here you can kind of walk up the stairs, and this staircase will be a little bit more elaborate with kind of like a beam structure underneath the stairs. But then also you can see that I'm kind of bumping my head into this structure right here. So I kind of need to make like this walking bridge either a little bit more to the right, or kind of push this whole structure up a little, just a little bit more. So either way, it's not a hard fix. But in this area, I kind of wanted to have my desk set up to where I can put like 3D printers there, and kind of have like a little bit of not really like an office, but just like a creator space where I can make stuff and just do little things in there. And then here you would have like reclining doors that are subtracting within the walls and stuff like that, so you can also like exit them and have like a balcony set up where you can have like a crazy view over everything and still be halfway sheltered of the elements and all of that. So then you can kind of walk through, and all of these walls will kind of be I like a lot of art, so I'm just gonna put like a lot of colorful pieces in there, made by different artists that I'm kind of into. So in here you will have like a master bedroom, and you'll have like a bed set up, and you have like a closet and a bathroom. All of that will kind of be in here. And then you have two, I don't know if you call it guest bedrooms or just, I don't know, for the children or something. I don't have any kids, by the way, but I'm just thinking like in my utopia version of things. And then yeah, you can kind of walk down again. I'm gonna just take the short route. And then I can enter the car as well, so that is also a lot of fun for me as a huge car guy, that I can finally like play around with the cars that I designed myself. So that is always a fun thing, and it's never gonna get old. And I'm not yeah, I'm still a used child, and I guess you could see that. But anyway, with this car and with my ability to kind of drive around, I also wanted to have like roads and stuff like that. So that is something that I'm still working on. And I guess from the outside, you can also see a little bit more of the funnel shape. So I'm gonna just exit from here and kind of show you from the top perspective. So now that I can kind of see from the outside of the building, I'm gonna just turn the camera speed down a little bit. Not that slow though. Something like 4, I think, should be good. So basically what I did here is I showcased that the outside of the whole funnel situation is going to be covered in panels, and a couple of them are going to be glass panels, and the other side of it is going to be like solar panels. But I'm still kind of looking at which panels should be solar panels and which panels should be glass, because from the top you still want that natural light to come into the entire house, but also you want to be as efficient as possible to kind of, you know, see which of these panels is best positioned to capture as much solar energy as possible. So that is kind of like still something that I'm playing with, but that is the basic shape of the house, and it's not like the biggest grandest mansion that you will ever find, but it's very functional, and for every single square centimeter that there is, it's purposeful. So I like the way that this is, at least for me, this is more the future of where design should go. Like, you shouldn't make a house just to make it big. Like, it should look nice too. So that is kind of what I'm trying to figure out here. Also, underneath this section right here, this can't just be suspended like that, because maybe you could figure out a way to kind of build it that way, but that is not my intention. I kind of want to use a similar structure to what you see that is used on this roof structure here, for the side of the building as well, to kind of keep it up as if it is like these organic shapes, you know, kind of structural bearing organic matters. I don't know how to pronounce it or how to describe it, I guess, but those are just kind of like the shapes that I like to include in everything, because it just looks as if it comes from nature. And I think that is a nice touch, kind of contrasting against the hard geometric shape of like the concrete and everything. So I think that that will become one of the designers of the future, I hope. So now you've seen part of the house, you've seen a couple of the cars that I'm working on, and you've also been able to see the character that is going to be within the video game. But what I haven't really told you guys a lot about is basically the storyline that I'm going to try to walk through, and the point I'm trying to get across with this video game. So as soon as I kind of started putting out content, a lot of friends of mine and people that are from where I'm from kind of started to telling me like I should make a GTA, but that is based on Amsterdam. And that is kind of hard to do in a way, because I have to now replicate stuff that is already existing instead of coming up with something new. And for me, sometimes that can be even harder than coming up with something new. And especially if it comes to a place like Amsterdam, because even though I've been here my whole life and I know it pretty well, it's still, and even because I know it pretty well, I also know a lot of the flaws that are around the city. And when it came to like me designing, and the purpose of this whole design that I'm working on right now is because it gives me the freedom to design my own utopia. And a utopia based around Amsterdam wouldn't really be a utopia, because there are a lot of inherent things that are wrong with the way that the city structure is designed. Like, I can, for a fact, like pinpoint certain things that are just inherently racist about the way that the city is designed. And that is a crazy thing to pronounce, and I don't like to say it on a public platform without giving it further explanation, but it will kind of come in a video game, I guess. You'll see like my storyline and the things that I'm trying to tell through it. But with all that being said, it was kind of hard for me to come to the consideration of making a small Amsterdam, because I was like, I don't want to do something that is kind of like flawed inherently. I don't want to make something that is going to become like beautiful. But it does showcase a lot of the flaws that a city could potentially have, that you could resolve when you kind of are building a utopia. So it is a good starting point to showcase contrast. So for the story, I decided to then kind of make two maps to have this virtual utopia world that you will kind of have the introduction of the video game through, but then also to have like a more current day, not utopia, not future technology, but just Amsterdam, and to kind of put that into the video game in a way that you can kind of bounce between the worlds. I'm not going to spill too much, but you'll see it as soon as it comes out. But that is kind of one of the things that I'm trying to get to with this whole video game thing, is that through technology, that's the main premise of it. Through technology, a lot of problems can be solved. So I just wanted to showcase that as if it is like, I don't know, Mission Impossible, James Bond, but more the nerdy technology driven version of that. For the video game, I kind of wanted to start off as something that is more selfish in a way. So this is going to be like a private property instead of it becoming part of a place where civilization can blossom. But I do want to transform it into that. So in the storyline, I will also that will also become part of the storyline, kind of beginning from a point where there's like a private island about luxury, about just a single person's quality of life, and then it kind of becoming more of a community driven thing, civilization driven thing. So to close out this video, I just wanted to play this clip. In this clip, you can kind of see me driving around the landscape, and also with like the solar panels and its generators and everything in the background. And this kind of shows the opportunity to make like cinematic shots and just pivot around the car from different angles and all of that. So that was just something that was very cool for me to finally see my cars for the first time being dynamic. You know, I've only looked at them as like a static object in a way. So yeah, it's a very cool experience for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys are just as stoked about like the video game and everything that's coming in the future from this YouTube channel. And with all of that being said, again, thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, also leave a like, and also leave a comment on any thoughts or ideas that you might have on the subject, and I will be seeing you guys in the near future. I'm out.